Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's come along. We haven't put a video out in a couple of months.
No, we haven't.
Just everything's been getting on top of us really.
A lot of unforeseeable things have happened in both our lives, which has made it very difficult to record.
Yep.
We may have to say goodbye to this
Studio.
This can't really call it a studio, but we will make a bigger and better place in the new year. Hopefully, we're on the hunt for one, but yeah, we won't be staying here. We'll do some bits, and then hopefully we can.
We just got a very slow process ahead of us, haven't we?
At the moment,
we've got to figure out a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
with cars as well.
We've not stopped doing YouTube though. That's never the idea. It's just sort of like COVID happened, and both starting new jobs, and going to be a dad soon, and just loads of little things. Yeah, just and then obviously this, moving out of the house or moving currently. So we don't know how long we're going to be in this studio for. So. Garage.
It's your garage.
The garage. It's just getting difficult here because we've got so many cars, and then if one's down, then we've got no space because it's not like we can do it in here because there's a dead car in here.
Yeah.
There's the Forester's now decided that he doesn't want to play ball again,
and then the car behind that doesn't run.
And that's a parts car for engines like this that are going in other projects, which we'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a talky video. It's just more of an update on the situation and an apology for not really doing a lot at the moment. But we can't really help the situation. So
just minimise this, keep some in the background, just do your thing.
One thing we do need to say though is thank you to everybody that's been watching the videos. Still getting good views on some of the videos, and people are subscribing and chatting to us. Don't stop, please. I'm going to do a bit more presence on Instagram as well. I think I'm going to start doing a bit more. Teaser stuff, and it'd be nice. I'm gonna try and do a bit more presence on that. So if you want to link in the description for the Instagram and
social media, Facebook.
And another thing as well, I'm gonna link the eBay. So if there's any car parts that you need or want, we can get hold of. You can message me on there, and we can come up with deals. If you say you're through YouTube, and there's car parts on there that you want, we might be able to come up with some deals with you. So that'll be link will be in for that as well. So we need to get the ball rolling on that so we can make some money so we can buy car parts.
And more cars, because we don't want to stop.
No chance. And we don't want to get rid of the ones we've got either.
No.
We're going to have a fleet.
A
fleet with every car, no purpose. But yeah, right, Mike, shall we roll the intro and then get into what we need to do?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's kick this off, Jay. Car should do first. I'm thinking what we started this one with.
The Skyline. Yeah, the Skyline. Wow, that's a long story. It's been parked up since we've done that video. It's not that. It's got progressively getting worse water leak on it. Coolant leak, and it's coming out of the water pump. So we obviously need to do change a cam valve and water pump, and they're prominent to being an absolute arse to get off. So.
But there's a lot more to that car to come.
Yeah, the plans for that car are immense. Top mount turbo, bigger intercooler, bigger injectors, bigger fuel system. We try and get 600 brake on standard internals. I think that's what we'll do first until it goes kablamo, and then
listen to that sweet RPM.
Can't wait. So yeah, the plans is just fix it, tidy it up, and then push for more power in the future. It won't be next year, but it'll probably be the year after, providing how
maybe
things go.
But start of end of next year.
Yeah, there's things that the bodywork's starting to get a bit tatty now. I mean, it was airbrushed 6 years ago now, so we need redoing. Probably could do a fresh paint job on it, redo some of the carbon, the lips, and sort the interior out. Engine bay is a bit untidy, so we need to do that.
But you want to do a complete hose kit, don't you? And you
Not a hose kit, but
even though you want to
tar everything up, repaint the engine bay, try and treat the rust on the top of the top mounts before they start going bad, and we have to start cutting car surgery. There's bits of rust everywhere, but I want to Schultz the underneath as well, just to protect it from the UK weather, because it is a Japanese import, so it doesn't have that protection like the cars the UK cars have. So I love that car. It's been 10 years. That car's been around for me. Obviously it's YouTube sponsors car, but we've had it for 10 years, and I've done a lot of work to it. I've spent a lot of money on it, and
Yeah.
So it's So's YouTube sponsor as well.
it is a car that will feature on the channel. It's just one of those that has to take a bit of a back step for the minute.
Yeah, it works, but it's it's a summer car basically, and obviously we're in winter now, so and obviously COVID's not helped because getting parts from them, they're not impossible, but it's just with shops opening and closing, it just can't really make a decision.
Haven't Nissan only just recently started making parts for it again?
No, they did it before, but they've run out of them. But they're opening the program up permanently now. So you could, but the things like that, like window trims, they're all getting tight. So we can look into all that sort of stuff in the future. I really want to make that a nice, clean example.
Yeah.
I want to show off some of my skills I've got, and I want to really make it nice. I want to try and wide body it a bit as well. That's the plan. Yeah, just make it tight up. So, what other cars? What do you want to talk about next? Forester.
The one that shall not be fixed. The one that's like, I want to break every time you touch me.
Yeah, so we were recording an episode on sorting out the last few little bits on it, and we got to the point where we couldn't use the Forester exhaust because it was basically like Swiss cheese, the exhaust. So we purchased a full STI system for it, which happened to be 50mm too short, which is not a problem. That was cool. Like, bolt it up, measure where we need to get a straight piece, put 50mm in there, weld it, cool, it's the right length. Went to go and bolt it up, and the cat snapped. So yeah,
right at the flange, not in the bit, right at the flange where
the
it
whole
could be
thing
the
was
worst bit.
toast. So the plan now is with that car to get a catless downpipe, sports downpipe, and then take it to a place that's near us that builds stainless steel exhausts, and get them to build a stainless steel exhaust, go and get it tracked and aligned, and get all the camber sorted out, and then get it working on the road. Yeah, and then we can do a living with her through with Forester, and then eventually for that car as well will be visual mods and performance mods, and whatever happens with the Impreza as well. If the shell in the future gets too bad, we'll throw the running gear in that, and that Forester will be a monster. It'll be evil. So that's the plan with that car. It needs paintwork and whatnot as well. I think every car we have needs paintwork.
Yeah, mine needs paintwork.
Mine needs paintwork. They all need paintwork.
They're all old cars now.
Yeah, they're all like early 2000s, 90s cars.
Well, in fact, import. Skyline's import. Is it super?
The Impreza's an import as well. I've got all the paperwork for all of them. I've got all the import paperwork. So yeah, we've got 3 Japanese 90s imports. So that's the plan. Obviously, that we'll have more Japanese 90s imports. And one of my future plans for this channel at least is get to a point where I can actually go to Japan and buy myself a Toyota Supra, and then get it imported and film the process of all that as well. I'd love to do that. Like, probably save up some cash, me and you, and then we'll go up there, go to Japan, and we'll go buy a car each and get it imported.
That's the dream, isn't it?
That is a goal of mine to do, not just on the channel but in general. It's just a life goal. Yeah. So the Forester, being a pain in the arse still, not that far away.
Big exchange, really.
I just can't be bothered to do it at the minute. I need to get the downpipe off and order one. It's just deflating.
Well, again, it's one of those things where it's freezing, it's outside, and it's not very nice. When you look at school,
yeah,
it's cold now, but
in fact, the Impreza will do the other Subaru now.
Yeah, the monster.
Yeah, the monster Impreza. I still need to work out why the meth injection's not working properly, and every time you turn it on, it drowns the car. I think it's a sticky relay because of the where its location is. Rainwater gets on that, so I might have to relocate that a little bit. But then the plan for that is I don't know whether I want to turn it back into semi-street car where it's like stripped out, but it's got carpets, door cards, and because all the wiring needs changing anyway. So I'm going to have to find a donor car to do it.
Yeah.
And then basically just tar her up again, depending, or we can go full track spec with it, where it's like time attack car, where it deserves to be a time attack car, like big flary wings and wide body, big width tyres on it, and just go crazy with it, or do like a fast street car. But maybe you can help us decide what you want to do, because I'm on the fence about both. I like the idea of both, but it might not.
Yeah, I like the idea of both. But
then you can't drive once you go down the race car route where it's trailered everywhere. You can't drive it everywhere, But I can still take it on track days as is. Yeah. But then I can drive it everywhere as well. Yeah. Or I can just go. I've got that many cars at my disposal. Does it even really matter if that one doesn't drive on the road? Probably not.
I suppose you have got the same engine out in the Forest, don't you?
It's a decision that we can talk about in the comments. So yeah, go crazy. But yeah, again, it's an old 90s Japanese car. The rear arches are starting to go, so I need to like jump on that straight away. What else? I mean, there's all the suspension probably could do with taking off, refurbing, rebushing. I mean, there's a lot of solid mounts in there. So if we're going to go street car, I need to take some of those out.
Yeah,
It's got a solid rear subframe.
It's not the most comfortable ride in the world, is it?
That's never the idea of it. I don't know. That's just where I'm on the fence because it's sort of like I love the way it is, but then I can't just jump in it whenever I want and just go for a spirited drive. It has to be in certain conditions because I mean, look what happened in the middle of summer. I was spinning in third gear, 4-wheel drive, spinning down the road. You know, come on boost and all 4 wheels are lighting up down the road in third gear in the middle of summer.
Honestly though, like if you've seen the video, we'll put the link in the description when we first got it. It's ridiculous car, like ridiculously quick. It's not the top end's not that fast. But
no, it doesn't.
How it gets to it is just for me.
It's got an R8 gearbox. It's got a 5-speed R8 gearbox in it. And if anybody Subaru nuts out there know what that gearbox is, even if you had 150 brake horsepower, it is the gear ratio just makes that car really, really fast. But the fact that that's got 400 plus, well, I think it's 450.
Yeah.
450 brake horsepower in a car with short gear ratio. Yeah, you can't keep changing gear fast enough, and it just accelerates through the moon. It pins your back. It's just a great fun car. But then on the other hand, it's a freaking Subaru, and it's temperamental.
You might hear that Rodney one day. Well, hopefully we're not, because it's a fully forged engine.
Yeah, it's again, there's paperwork to say that bits have been done. Some paperwork's missing. You know, I've got a binder for the car, what's been spent on it, and dyno charts. So I mean, anybody wants to call me out on it, I've got proof. I have got proof of when it was last dynoed, and there's 3 settings on it: a 1 bar, 1.2 bar, 1.4. 1.4 is ridiculous, and it runs out of injector. That's why the meth was in there to try and cool it all down.
Well, that was the next thing. Was upgrade the injectors?
Put a swirl pot in the boot, and then get bigger injectors, and then go for a remap again and try and get it to around 600.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the cheapest option, but then again, I don't know the history of that engine, who built it. I don't have that information. I just have receipts of parts.
Yeah, you have it's been done.
Yeah, I have some receipts to say bits have been done, and claims off previous owner, and I mean it looks like it's been looked after. I mean it's been sat in a garage for the best part of 5 years now.
Sat in a warehouse, not a garage.
It's a warehouse, not even covered up. So the guy loved it, but didn't love it enough to take that much care of it. He weren't about the looks. That's why there's duct tape all over it. But it's stuff that we can change in the future, which I'm looking forward to, because I really do want to make this a nice, pretty example. They are getting on a bit now, and she deserves that love and attention.
All the 90s cars are just going through the roof at the minute, don't they? Prices. And
again, if we can have a nice, clean example, and if we do have to part ways with any of these cars, at least then they're going to be worth money for the channel. That's all it is. It's all this boils down to is money for us. We enjoy doing making the videos, and it doesn't really cost us a lot to do these things, but at the end of the day, it's just money.
Yeah.
We have lives to live and kids to feed and stuff like that. So we try and keep YouTube separate to our outside life. And if we can't make the money to spend on car parts, we can't make videos. That's just how it is. But we try the best with what we got.
Yeah.
And obviously, at some point, we need to upgrade camera equipment as well, because people have the wind, noise, and
even though we have got a bit of a mic on there, it just doesn't seem to be doing that great.
I think it's just because we've been buying cheap. We need to stop buying cheap. Buy cheap, buy twice, buy good, buy once. So we are working on everything. Next car is going to be the Escort, which has never been featured on the.
You'll never see a picture of it until it's done. That's what I'm going to say.
You never see a picture of it until.
They're never going to see a photo of it. I'm not going to put a photo on the screen. We're just going to talk about the Escort because.
I'll tell you, it's a Mark 6.5. It's one of the last Escorts they did. It's a green. It's the charcoal green.
It's the rarest colour you got in that one.
Yeah, it's the charcoal green GTI, and it's been looked after. I mean, when the guy had it, I mean, I've had that car since I was 8.
How many times?
Not me personally, but hey.
How many times have I asked to buy it off? Yeah.
At the minute, it looks sorry for itself because it's got primer on it, because it's had a few car part dents, and I've went to go and repair them in the past, and I've just slammed primer over it just to stop it from getting worse. But there is a bit of welding that needs doing on it, the inner sills, because they harbour water. And I mean, it was dry stored up until recently. It's the longest it's been outside ever. But that's at the unit at the moment, outside in the car park. But yeah, the plan is to put a shoehorn a 1.8 turbo I don't know whether to go inline or whatever to make it eventually four-wheel drive, or just get the front-wheel drive working, and we can always shoehorn the other end in. Because if once the stuff's in, it's in, and then at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we can convert it all to four-wheel drive if we have to later on down the line.
Yeah.
But I want to try and do like a Honda Civic rear end on it, where it's like a viscous coupler and stuff like that. So I don't want it to be four-wheel drive in that sense. I want it to be predominantly front-wheel drive, but have four-wheel drive assist if needed to gain grip again, like the Hondas.
Yeah.
So,
but overall, I mean, I friggin' love that car so much. It looks. You've got the right. Can I talk about how it looks?
Yeah.
It's got the right front lip on it. It's got the right side skirt. It's got the right sport.
It's standard, but
yeah.
certainly done in a tasteful way for the
Yeah.
car. I mean, it's got tinted Lexus lights. We need to change.
Oh no,
those.
you don't like them, do you?
No, I do like them, but the more I look at the car, as I've got older, my preferences and taste has changed. I want to go more for an OEM look on that car now, but have the tasteful lips and nice alloys, and I don't want to do all the other traditional things, putting cosy rims on it and stuff like that.
It's so comfortable though. Half leather seats in there. It is
Yeah,
really,
well, that's
really
going to all
comfortable.
change because the plans for the car is going to be track car. That's
Yeah.
going to be a solely.
He's made his mind up in this one. Not the Subaru. This does have a
roll
purpose.
cage, everything. It's going to be a solely a track car because I
Yeah.
can't do if I drive that car. It's just and the amount of power that's hopefully going to be going through it. It's just
Yes, it can be enjoyable. Well,
on the street it will be. So if I just make that a track car, I'll be happy with that.
yeah.
But yeah, there's again bodywork paint,
Same
title.
story.
Because I still want it to look nice. I do like things to look nice, but I need them to have a purpose.
OEM paint there. Not
The
saying
same colour, yeah, it'll be the same colour it gets painted
Yeah.
again because I love that green. It looks so good. I mean, if you are clever enough, if you look through Instagram, there is snippets of
there is
all the
snippets
cars that
of it.
we've had and all the cars that we've got as well on there. So yeah, if
You
you
talk
have
about his little brother, the Focus.
yeah, let's go to the Focus now. Well, yeah.
See,
go with that.
Was when I bought that, I had a job, I had a van, and it was never intended to be used as my daily day. It was just something on the weekends I could go around in. But then got made redundant, and now I'm to use it now, and I'm putting miles on it, and it's friggin' breaking my heart because I absolutely love the car. It's the best car I've ever owned. I haven't got a very good car history, but it's by far the best car I've ever owned. But the reason why I
solid
wanted
units, aren't they?
Yeah.
Now normally aspirated. They're not the fastest cars in the world, but the noise is right. They handle great. It's just a good all round. And the thing is, you can throw the kids in it if you need to as well. There's enough space to do that.
yeah, that's what I'm doing with it.
And again, they're going up in price now, so I think you managed to buy that at the right time.
Yeah, definitely. But there's just like every car, I've got to sort stuff out. Well, until I get a van, I've got to sort the rear brakes out. I've got to get an IMRC unit fixed on it. Or get one that's fixed. I need to get it set up and get fixed. I'm probably going to need some new lambda sensors in it because I think that's what's throwing it as well. I think it's just a mixture of everything.
To be honest with you, we'll probably we'll gut the cat out of it.
Yeah. But my plan is when I do get a van, is I want to drop the complete underside of it. That's why we want a bigger garage because I want to drop the underside of it, sort out any rust, completely strip the inside, sort out any rust, protect it all. Shells it, put it all back in with a freshly painted subframe. I want to polybrush the whole thing through, or probably get some coilovers and stuff on it. And I do want to get, I don't know if I've told you about it, I want to get the collection, front bumper, rear bumper, side skirts, and probably the RS spoiler.
Yeah, no, we're looking forward to it. Again, we don't know what we're going to do power mods for it. It might supercharge it, it might turbo it, I don't know yet.
All I know is
we need
I
to
want
look
to get all the RS internals. So I want to get the RS piston, all that kind of stuff.
Or we can actually buy them from a company I know, so you don't have to buy second-hand ones or anything like that. I know a place outside of all new.
Yeah.
So
That's my feeling, because if the RS can be turboed with that internals, then I don't see why not that can't be.
it's just fuel, and as long as you've got the right compression ratio for the, I don't see why we'd have to. As long as we've got the right pistons, I don't see why we'd have to put a decompression plate on that engine. I mean, someone might know a little bit more information about it, but from what I'm thinking in my brain is, if you put a shorter rod in, it lowers the compression anyway. You obviously put a normally aspirated, they've got taller rods in, so you don't. So as long as we get the RS rods that have got the shorter compression on them, we don't need to put a decompression plate on it. But if you were going to leave the normal rods in it, we'd have to lower the compression with a decompression plate.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm not planning on crazy power with that.
Functionality for that one. It's going to be a Sunday driver, car shows.
Literally, I don't want to do too much to it because I've never, with the Escort, that's not leaving my side, even if I have to put it somewhere. And that's the plan with it. But yeah. Do you know a fun fact about this?
Go on.
Do you know what's a Duratec and not a Zetec?
Why?
Because it's got a very revolved on it. It's the only thing different from what I read in the forums. That's the only thing different from the Zetec engine to the Duratec. And that's why people say they're not a true Duratec.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But
Now you know.
now you know.
Now you know. Yeah. The next one's the Audi.
Prodigal son.
The prodigal son, the Audi, the very rare combo car. It's not the best combos that they could have done, but it's the rarest one. I don't know why, but yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be obviously that's my family wagon and stuff like that. You know, I'm gonna change that soon because I need a newer car, and I'm thinking the way my ankle is, I need an auto. So I'm gonna probably shoot off into an auto as a normal car, but then that car, I'm still thinking about doing a track car with that car.
Still thinking about the V6?
No, I want to do something with the 1.8 turbo in it. You know, not mess around with it, but try and push some good power out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I've got plenty of 1.8 turbos around me now.
You
I've
literally
got
have
1.8
got
turbo, man. There's 2 engines right here. So, but yeah, the plans for the Audi is eventually get a new daily DAT wagon that's a little bit more practical, a little bit more newer, stuff like that. You know, probably just get a new. I'm thinking about getting a Mercedes S-Class.
Why don't you do whatever YouTube does and get a truck?
No, because we're in Britain. We don't have the roads for trucks. I'm not getting a Chelsea tractor either. Bollocks to that. Yeah, so I'm thinking about getting a Mercedes S-Class. So we'll see. But yeah, the Audi. Once that's done, strip it, roll cage it, and just start going. Like, refresh all the 4-wheel drive system. So, you know, get new bearings, bushes. You know, just sort out all the leaks on it. Nice. I'm thinking a nice side exit exhaust on that. Just just little things, new wheels, like have a set for that I can drive on the road, have a set for the track, so I can put some like semi-slicks on it and stuff like that. And eventually, I try if I can get enough power, I might throw some slicks on it because it's 4-wheel drive. It should, but yeah, I want to go full race car, not full race car, but
Subaru race.
I just got this thing. I was just like, I want a 1.8 turbo quattro. I've got one, and I want to do like a sleeper DAT wagon. It looks nice from the outside, but underneath it's just completely bonkers.
Yeah.
So, but these are all builds that we can't do all this in one go. So it's just a lot of the cars going to be put on the back burners and just do bits at a time as and when, just until funds allow really. And then once we've got a bit of time and a bit of funds, then we'll just go crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, we're looking for a new space now. We've got to upgrade equipment. Obviously, we're going to need some more tooling. Even though I'm a snap-on snob and I know Luke's going to sort me all out with everything. So.
Oh yeah, hit me up, Luke, next month or February. I'll have some money.
Oh God, you don't want to go down that route. You're broke. You'll be broke. You need another mortgage. Yeah. So the plans are new space, have a nice worktop cabinets and stuff like that. Just have a nice little studio by it.
We want some. If we do take a car apart, we want to be able to put it near the car and not having to move all.
Have a couple of shelves for new parts and then have our old parts on it. We're gonna have subframes now. We just need a bit more space. Preferably 2 cars with good space either side of it and a nice decent space for a long workbench across the back.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the plan really. With that, we can't do that in here anymore.
For
a few reasons why we can't do this here anymore. Like 1, the space isn't great.
No.
And 2, I'm not going to be living in this house soon. So it was good, but it's just not practical. And the fact that we got a dead car constantly in here, it just makes life really awkward. We can't do anything with it. It's not ours. The owner don't really want to do anything with it. So he keeps saying make promises, but promises are promises that he keeps breaking. I just want to push it down the hill personally. Pissing me off.
It is a nice car though.
It's not. I'd love to be able to have the funds to buy it, but for what it is and what there is and how much work it needs, it's just not worth the money.
Yeah.
And it's just become a bit of a standing meme for our friend groups now. This car has become a bit of a meme. It's been sat for 20 years, so it just needs a lot of work. And I'd love to be able to take it on and do it, and I'd be able to do it my way. And I really do like the car. I love it. I've always loved it. It's just, sort your stuff out, please.
It's what's being filmed on right now. You can't see it, but
we've protected it.
Yeah,
we've protected it so we don't get damaged. We've been careful with this car. Not trying to bang it too much, but you can only be so careful with it. And obviously, people have seen it in the background, but it's a 205 dimmer.
Love the colour.
Yeah. Purple. People are gonna say it's a 205 dimmer, and I'm just like, it needs a lot of work. It hasn't ran for 20 years, so there's an MI16 like dry fitted into it that we've put in it, and just been struggling with it over the years, doing bits and bobs. And I think if the passion was there for him to get the wiring sorted, it'd be on the road. But you know, we've all been struggling with it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, time and money.
It's always what it comes down
It's always
to.
a big battle. But yeah, you know, for us, we're gonna do a bit of saving. Obviously, I've got to get a new house.
There's one project we want to do. Both of us want to do next year.
Yeah, this is going to be like probably going to be filler content because it's stuff that we're
It's
not
not
going to
gonna
do.
be a full-on build.
We're not doing a build on it or anything like that. It's more of we're going to learn to drift.
Yes.
So we're going to get a
So
car,
it's
weld the rear diff, not do hydros and stuff like that, but you know, bucket seats, steering wheel, probably get the drift button mod.
And get the angle kits. Are we going to get the angle kits?
Not straight away.
I'll just get you start drifting. And then,
Yeah, we'll do a standard car, and then we'll progression the car as we need to, and then if we want to go do Formula Drift with Adam Alzi, then we'll build a stupid, crazy ass fucking Subaru Impreza, I think.
We want to film the whole thing because if you do go on YouTube and put drift in the UK, it's
Dead.
it's not dead, but there's not a lot of explanation of where you can go to do it and what you can buy a car and show how to do a car, but where to do it and how to do it.
In the West Midlands, there's a few places, but it's more the outskirts of Britain where there's tracks you can go to and stuff like that.
Well, Three Sisters up near Wigan.
I think us, we've got Birmingham wheels, we've got Rockingham, which is pretty close. And we've got Santa Pod as well, which is not far. I
Yeah.
can't think of any others that are close.
But these are the kind of places where that you can. I think some of them you have to prove that you can control the drift and you know how to drift because they won't just let you on track if you don't know what you're doing. But
I'm thinking about doing drift lessons anyway. I know a guy, Andy, he's got a learn to drift, so I might hit him up and just see how much some lessons are going to be.
yeah,
Just so we can get a feel for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've like power slid a car and stuff like that. You know, I can hold a power slide and I can get a car to control it, but after that, yeah, the constant car control, you know, I'm not heightened in those skills. So
we're not doing a car reach. We're going it together.
Yeah.
And we're literally going to be how to drift in the UK for the cheapest. Kind of.
Yeah, try and like drifting in the UK for beginners.
And we're not getting a BMW, so.
No, actually, we'll keep that under wraps. What the plan is for that car?
Yeah, but it's not a Beamer.
It's Japanese.
Yeah.
It's Japanese. Yeah, it's they're getting a bit. A lot of the drift boys love them, but I think it's a bit too much for us as a beginner car. But then, with my skills and my background, I don't think knocking a dent out is going to be too problematic. And anyway, they sell over fenders, so it's not a problem.
Yeah.
We can do a wide body bag build on it afterwards. But yeah, so.
I think we just wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on because it has been literally like what 40 days or 48 days. I can't remember what it was last time I checked the app. And
yeah.
obviously a lot of people are coming in and subscribing, which we're really thankful for. You
Yeah,
subscribing without any new content really, which is really good.
Well, and then we feel bad because there's nothing really we can do at the moment with current circumstances with COVID, and you know the only reason why we can stand here now is because we're part of a like, social bubble, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
you know.
I mean I can do. I've got some footage from the Focus from the summer that we filmed, but there's a lot more to do to
a
it.
teardown video of the Golf, the 1.8 turbo. It's just a sort of like a sped up footage of us just ripping the car apart basically really quickly, but
Yeah.
it's not great. It's more of a, I might throw that in when the Escort starts just to say how we got to that bit of the engine, because obviously we've got two engines now for the Escort, and the plans for the Escort is we're going to throw it in with a standard engine and probably run it about 320 brake. You know, obviously they're on the limit at standard, and then if this one's supposedly got a bent rod, so we might just send this one away and get it sorted and start getting some forge components put in there so we can handle a bit more BHP. So that's the plan with that engine anyway. So we're gonna have two. The first rendition of the car is get it in, get it running, get any niggling issues that are, you know, obviously an engine conversion. Some things aren't happy.
Some things like
Yeah. You know, I'm not fucking.
especially with different manufacturers as well. Like you put in some
VW into a Ford.
yeah.
So obviously I've got to sit there and work out the wiring, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to put a relay board in for. I'm not really going to have many interior functions, but it's more going to be like, you know, I'll have. I don't know if I'm going to go what standalone ECU I'm going to have, but it will just be engine management, and then I'll have a tachometer, probably a screen inside the car. I'm not doing the tablet where you buy a cheap tablet and then it's like lagging as all hell. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to buy like an ECU black, or where you actually have the actual proper dashboards for it. Like a Haltech, you can get the things for it.
Yeah.
But I need to find an ECU that's good for the 1.8 turbos with the support. So if any of you know, just give us a shout at the bottom. But there's lots of stuff going on. I need to do some work on the Audi. There's a few bits that need to be done on that as well. So at some point, but it's not really build content, it's more just daily maintenance stuff.
Well, like I said, I've got some of the footage from the Focus, so I do need to change the rear pads on it, and we've got a bit of content now. And I know. Well, I want to do a video on the IMRC, yeah, whatever it's called. The throttle body, whatever. I can't think of the name of it, but because a lot of guys on the forum ask about it, so I was going to take it off, show them how to take it off. Because I don't know, some people think it's really hard, and it's actually I've already swapped it and it's broke again. Literally like
you probably bought
6 hours later.
Yeah, you probably bought a dud one.
Well, he's walking with the car,
Yeah.
doing the boot full of parts. So, but yeah, I'm just waffling now. But
we do appreciate everybody's support, and going forward, we're not getting rid of the channel. We're going to try and push to do other things, and we're going to try and get some of the cars sorted. Hopefully, 2021, the Forester might be finished, but don't hold your breath.
But next year we are planning to actually mod cars and not fix them all the time.
Yeah, more like, I think a lot of next year is going to be tightening up what we've got. Is just cleaning, painting, powder coating, rebushing, and then just sort of making the cars more personalised to us.
Yeah.
The Skyline's a show car for us. That's the car that I want to everything's going. I want to do nut and bolt change. Yeah, I want it to be nut and bolt change.
Primitive restoration.
Not a resto, because it's a lot of work. At some point it will be stripped down to a better shine. Everything will be done properly. But at the minute, then GTSTs in this country are not worth a great deal of wank.
The
GTRs
last time we checked them?
Yeah, I know. But I want to make it so when someone, if I haven't, it won't get sold. That's for sure. It ain't getting sold.
He's just throwing it out there.
But if ever the situation arises where it needs to go, I want it to be one of the best examples of a car that someone can buy that confidently and trust that it's going to be a decent car, and that they can take it to a show and people go, a lot of work and effort has gone into that car. So yeah, I basically, me and YouTube sponsor are going to have to start saving a pretty penny for all this stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. All the cars we're going to have to save, but we just need to prioritise what projects we want to do. I mean, the Escort I was hopefully going to start it this year, but with everything going on, I might have to put that on a back burner for another little while.
Well, the dimmer has to be out of the way, but
but it never happened. So we'll see what happens. Because again, I've got an eBay business selling car parts, braking parts. So if there's anything people are looking for or need, just give us a shout. Even if I can't get hold of it and get it shipped to you, I'll probably know someone that will be able to do it, and I can do a service. So if you make a list of parts that you're looking for, I can source them, I can get them posted out to you. You have to give me a bit of time.
He'll just probably buy a car that's broken of that model anyway.
Yeah.
That's what he's like.
No, but I've got friends that break cars as well, so if they've got certain bits, I can get them for a decent price. At the end of the day, it is a business, so you've got a surcharge on some of that, a finder's fee, if you know what I mean. But I try and keep everything relatively priced down for everybody. At the end of the day, I'm not out to become a millionaire from a business. I'm out to help people out. That's why I started breaking cars, because people needed stuff for cheap. So, but it's just stemmed into something that I'm really passionate about. So, but the plan is, I do want to show you a little bit into, breaking cars and what you can, because there's lots of different ways you can break a vehicle. But we'll make another video on that another time. I think the next video that's going to be up is us tearing into the engine that's got a bent.
See if it actually has got a bent rod.
Yes, we'll find out if it has got a bent rod. We're going to tear the engine down, box everything, label it, because obviously we need some of the pipe work, but a lot of it we don't need, because it's not going to be needed in the Escort. All the vacuum pipes and stuff like that. I'll put a vacuum block on the car so I can take feeds off it. Don't need all the rest of the junk that's on there. Yeah. Obviously, because I'll be on a standalone ECU, I'll probably only need to take cam sensor, injectors, coil packs, just random signals that it's going to need.
Yeah.
They're pretty basic, so I need to make a wiring loom for it and stuff like that.
There's a lot of work. There is a lot of content. You just got to please be patient with us. That's all we're asking.
Yeah.
Just be patient. We are going to get there.
It's just we're a small channel. We started a channel amongst COVID. It's just not been
Literally,
easy for us. But like I say, we've only done this video to sort of give people an idea of what to look forward to in the future, and to say thank you for the people that have been watching and supporting and not going anywhere. You know, and people that are commenting on stuff. You know, it's nice. We like talking to you guys. So.
I will remove my poo stained seats.
I've seen that comment. I did have a chuckle. Yeah. But yeah, all in all, we're not going anywhere. We've got to change a few things. That we need to save to do a few things, and life at the moment all over the world is not great. So we've got to be patient with that situation as well, and we've got to respect the boundaries of what the government is saying, and do everything correctly, really. Because at the end of the day, we're on the internet. I know we haven't got a massive following at all, but we're still on the internet and people see this. So, you know, if we're seen doing the wrong things, it's not great for us in the future. So,
yeah.
And plus, we do want to do things the right way. We're all learning at the end of the day as well. Everybody learns. So people that are giving a shit about putting things in the wrong places, I don't understand why I can't change the pancake filter to a dump valve, because it still does exactly the same action. It just, instead of recirculating the system, it vents into atmosphere. It doesn't matter. You just release a boost pressure. Yeah. So for you saying that, you're an absolute ding dong. Haven't got a clue, clearly. That's why you're watching YouTube videos on it. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah.
We ended on a little bit of a low note, but no thanks to the big guys.
Yeah, it's not a low note. Thank you. Yeah. It's YouTube. People know that watch YouTube. People give other people shit. You know.
I know.
Everybody knows better, or they know something different, and you know, everybody's different at the end of the day. We all do things differently. We've all got different tastes and styles.
Yeah, but mine's still the better blue. But yeah, that's a matter of opinion. My opinion's right.
Opinions are like everybody's got one, and they stink. Right then, guys. Appreciate you listening to a bit of a ramble video, and we are going to try and get back to something after Christmas now. I think we're going to try and do a video of what we've done this year, little snippets and funny bits.
Yeah.
Just like a 2020 COVID special, if you know what I mean, of just random bits of what we've done throughout the year. I think that's going to be a nice little
A few outtakes in there, shall we throw?
Yeah, a few outtakes in there as well, and just so people can see what we have done and bits of the cars. And then it's probably going to be a long video, but I think that's going to be nice. I've just thought of that video right now. And Michael's like, what?
All I'm thinking is that's a lot of footage to go through.
But it's content.
It is content.
So.
But
right.
Well, apart from that video, it's either going to be the engine or it's going to be the Focus.
Both.
But one of them.
Yeah, but it'll be after Christmas now.
No, that won't be after Christmas. That's Castle.
I'm done with the Forester. Done. I can't wait for it to leave.
He's not joking. Has ruined him.
I've been spent thousands of pounds on it, and it's just been. And all I wanted to do is get it for an MOT, and it's just been an absolute. Leave that, please.
I will believe that.
Right, guys. Have a nice Christmas.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Enjoy your Christmas. Spend time with your family when you can. Be safe, and we'll see you. Well, we'll make a video in the new year now, but yeah, that's probably the plan. But yeah, enjoy yourselves. Have a nice Christmas. It's not been a great one this year,
but make it great.
Make it great. Kiss your family on the head and say I love you and stuff like that. Enjoy.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.